You are joined by Samford head coach Bucky McMillan, along with senior guard Jaden Campbell, junior forward Achor, and senior guard Rylan Jones. And we'll begin with an opening statement from Coach McMillan.
Great game. You know, we kind of knew what it'd be. They'd be trying to impose their will on the inside, and we'd obviously try to space and play fast and make threes. I had no doubt in the game that if we could get it to single digits in my mind, under the 10-minute mark, I thought we would win. We've kind of been in these spots before where we have big comebacks and we have the juice kind of at the end of the game, and I thought we had it. You know, play here, play there. It could be different. I thought our guys did everything pretty good tonight on the offensive end. Weren't great from the free throw line, you know. And other than that, I can't ask for any more out of these guys, their effort, their heart. Kansas is a really hard team to stop. They're really big, hard to stop. And, you know, we couldn't stop them, you know, we couldn't. But our guys were resilient, and we were right there to the very end, you know. I think, AJ, we get a foul on that, and, you know, I don't know if it was, I'm not saying it was or it wasn't, but we got the ball in a situation on a 5-on-4, and we're right there. So my point is, that game's that close. You feel what I'm saying? It can go either way in that spot. And we just didn't come out on the right end of it. Couldn't be more proud of our guys. I told them in the locker room, I just wish I could have helped them more, because this is just a group I just enjoyed coaching so much. The end.
Thank you, Coach. We'll open it for questions for our student athletes.
Sure. Can you just talk about what was going on physically? Was it cramping? And can you talk about just fighting through and coming back for your team?
Yeah, I was cramping. I felt like I couldn't quit on my team. We fought whole. These are my brothers right here, left and right, and the guys back in the locker room. I felt like I couldn't give up on them, so.
Rylan, obviously a tough loss, not the result you wanted, but you did get to play in your home state. Talk to us about that feeling. What was it like playing in front of a friendly crowd?
Yeah, man, it was, you know, something that, like, I can't describe that feeling. I grew up here 22 years, chose to go to Birmingham, Alabama, and trust in Coach Bucky and these guys. And, you know, we had a historic season for Samford. And, you know, to come back here and be able to play in Salt Lake City, I just can't describe the feeling. It was, you know, I could feel the, you know, the whole stadium at the end. You know, they were behind us, and I had a lot of family and friends, Utah family, Utah State family, Logan High, Olympus, everybody supporting. And I just wish we could have got it done, and, you know, one more time in front of all these people.
Second row right there.
This question is for Jaden. What is it about Bucky ball that lets you guys know that y'all weren't out of it despite being down 22?
You know, when we play Bucky ball, it's all about trusting each other, you know. We knew if we continue to play hard, we'll eventually make some shots, but we wanted to keep up the pace to try to give us the best opportunity we could to come back. We fell short, unfortunately, but I'm glad I was able to do it with the guys next to me.
Do we have any other questions for our student athletes here in the room? Okay, we will excuse our student athletes. Thank you, gentlemen.
Can I get this now?
Yeah, go for it.
Y'all have a good rest of y'all day.
All right, now we'll open up questions for Coach McMillan. We'll start with you right here.
Coach, I guess that's an example of what this week's been like, just an experience, but what they did to come back, I think that kind of defines your guys' season, never giving up against a blue blood like Kansas.
Yeah, I mean, I think our guys really believed they were going to win. I even felt at halftime, if you had asked me, I was very confident we were going to win. And then when we cut it and we had all the momentum, I thought we'd win. And then when we didn't win, I was shocked we didn't win. And I think that's how they felt. And that's not a credit. Kansas is a very good basketball team, program, well coached, great players. We know that. that's just a response to how these guys are. They just kind of find ways, and the way they practice, they go at each other so hard, and I hurt for them. But what you saw there is something that a lot of people won't forget, and they're not the group that's going to pack it in. And I think no matter what the outcome was, they made our university proud.
Hey, Coach, this game had just about everything. Not the result you wanted, but it was a record-breaking season for your program. We've spoken in interviews, and you said this is the best team that you've ever coached. What are your thoughts on a record season for Samford, and how much does this program and the school mean to you?
It's a great season. I mean, I think it's got to go down as, if not the best, certainly one of the best teams. And I would probably say that I don't know too many teams that would have beat this team in the history of our school. But, sometimes it takes a group to break through the NCAA tournament for the young guys to see it, and then when you're here next time, you're able to advance. And I do think we'll be back here, and I do think we'll win here. And, you'll see this, in this tournament that, this group we play Kansas, they may make a run. You never know. So it's just kind of survive and advance. We came up just a little bit short, but these guys will always be remembered. And I'll say this about these guys. All of these guys came here, Jermaine Marshall, Jaden Campbell, A.J. Staten. I mean, they came here. A.J. Staten came when I coached the day of college basketball and trusted it. Jermaine Marshall and Jaden Campbell came after our first year when we were 6-13. And we've lost an NCAA school. And now they're here playing Kansas, and we're a shot away from winning. You know what I'm saying? So, that's pretty cool that they got to do that and build this program and get it to where it is.
Bucky, I don't know if you checked your phone yet, but when you do, a lot of people talking about that block. What is your thought on what you saw?
It was weird because we were in a weird spot with 38 seconds left. The shot clock's at 30, okay? And we had a decision to play it out or try to trap and extend the game. We're used to trapping and putting heat on teams. They got it out and they got a dunk, but it was quick. Or maybe they got it out and we got a foul. I can't remember what happened. I think they got a dunk, but it was quick, right? And we had everybody in the front court. And so we came back and we ended up scoring somehow. You do that so that you have more opportunities for things like that to happen. I have seen the play. I thought A.J. made an incredible play on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not faulting the call. Some people can see it different ways. But I was really proud of our guys' ability to go make a play. And at the end of the day, A.J.'s recovery there, if there is no whistle, I'm not blaming the whistle, but if there's no whistle, we're going to have a numbers advantage going the other way to advance to round two. That's how close the game was. And that's how well our guys played because we were down by, what's the maximum we were down? So we're down by 22 when we're going to have the ball there, however much time left going the other way with a great opportunity. So, it is what it is.
Go right there.
Jeb Gebhardt, State of the Bulldogs. What went into playing Achor and Riley at the same time?
Great question, man. We obviously Jermaine was in foul trouble. We could not combat their size, and so we played them both together so we could have better matchups. Now, when we do that, it's going to be a little bit more of a half-court deal, and Riley played unbelievable. And so as a freshman in that spot to come out there and have 15 points and go 4 for 4 from three, we knew we could do it. On the offensive end, but they hadn't played a ton together defensively. But their size, they weren't, their fours and fives weren't shooters. So it allowed us to play those guys and use our size to negate some of their size. And it helped. It was big, and we had to have it from Riley tonight. And that was one of the major reasons that we closed the gap in the game.
Back over there, please.
Bucky, what did you think of the crowd in tonight's game and kind of what an impact it had on this game? And in particular, did Rylan warn you about this kind of crowd, or did you have any expectations coming into the game?
Yeah, I knew if it'd be close, we'd obviously have our people, but we probably would have Gonzaga's people. That happens a lot in these tournament games. They want to pull for an underdog in that spot. So when we had it going crazy, we had already talked about it before the game. We talked about it at halftime. It was just, hey, man, we just keep it close to single digits. This crowd's going to be just lit in here, and the game pressure will shift. There's going to be added game pressure there. That was too much fun, and we just appreciate everybody rallying behind our group.
Okay, do we have any more questions for Coach? All right. Thank you, Coach.
Hey, thank you all for covering, man. I appreciated everybody, and particularly those that came from Birmingham. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to us in our program, man. We'll be back here, and I appreciate you all. Thank you all very much.